Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Hey, it's Gabby the game night here, and I'm back playing some more Phoenix Wright today. Just before I'm busy, he's playing at 1/24th, 2014, 2:14 p.m. So go down, line number 3.
Are we gonna do all the dialogue that fast?
No.
Dude, I can't believe that, Adrian. No way, not cool enough, collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up?
Indeed.
Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yeah, she's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corrida. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial is over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Phoenix, you think a motive is related to Celeste Impax's missing suicide note, right? Yep. Ms. Andrews depended on Miss Impax as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impax suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left the suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Corrida, the victim of this murder. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impax. It was Edgeworth. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Edgeworth's a cool dude. He can be trusted.
You're getting played, Phoenix.
March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Code number 3.
By that master manipulator, Edgeworth.
He's just very good at chess.
Court now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
The prosecution calls the witness
subpoenaed.
I keep on forgetting that one. Subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room.
You were doing her voice, right?
No. What is your occupation?
Are you sure about that?
Indeed.
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard.
I see.
I am also a bounty hunter. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yeah, sure, what is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland.
Tucks magazine down the front of his robe. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work
Quickly
for
stuffs
me.
it in mouth. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter, or was it a bait and fry? Might be a fishing.
But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that, except for, the person accusing you of that.
I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Yeah, me.
Yeah, I'm accusing you.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, sadly I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yeah, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense, this is the instant this trial is over. Understand? And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his many performances as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room. Yes? Excuse me? It? What are you?
Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence without with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On Guard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
I thought you were talking about the costume. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was going to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. Can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess.
Maybe continue now. Witness, what did you see when you got to his room?
You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person, and despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kuroda.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. You've done it yourself. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I'm beautiful and I'm never shocked. I see.
This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this, too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
Liar. And then what did you do next, witness? And it's probably, I don't know.
Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Ms. Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corda, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I don't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Ms. Andrews, I'm convinced that as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? There's massive glass shards.
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser, and that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd, she said vase before, then vase. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. Doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to chuck the magatama at her. Keep on the offensive and not let up.
To keep chucking random pieces of evidence at her.
The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I had to find something. I just have to, for Maya's sake.
This is easy.
You think it's easy?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
Well, you already know what you have to present very much.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to look at it.
No HP! No HP! I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I just wanted to look. No, Your Honor, I just pressed the wrong button. I just wanted to look. I pressed the wrong button on my Nintendo 6 controller, Your Honor.
Shut the fuck up, Phoenix. Anyway.
The A button.
Yes.
You got this.
Well, the guitar case was closed, like you said.
Yeah. Don't present him. Don't present him.
I'm not! I wasn't trying to present it.
That one.
Right, yeah, I guess. I swear she said it was open at one point.
Well, earlier she says the crime scene was, yeah, that. I mean, you can present the guitar case here, but I don't think... Normally it's the one that's added. Where you present. Because you need the added info.
You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Ms. Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what's wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case.
Huh? What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over?
Yes.
Is that all?
No, think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
We didn't mention the guitar.
That may very well be. However, the guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. White, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? I mean, I see why not. I don't see why not.
The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling that, by now, that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
Oh my fucking god, shut up. Yeah.
During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see. Are you sure? Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Corda's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case.
As the witness has said multiple times, when they found the dead body, she was dazed.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But, getting back on topic. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside.
How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Sorry. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
That's green, why you read?
I don't know. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Something was tickling my leg. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's bod? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. Guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix. I said this a minute ago, but nobody read it out loud. She's at her weakest now. This is our chance. I'm sure weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. Well, there was that knife. I could check that at her.
No. Well, yeah, that's obvious. Case was empty. That's why she opened it. Maybe she was looking for something else inside the case?
That's what I'm thinking. Right here, right?
Yeah. Oh. The music can't stop. That's...
So, well, poopy.
Come on, what I think!
The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can't see nothing faulty.
Your face is faulty, Phoenix Wright.
Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well, why would she have opened the case? You know she opened it after the baseball. It's weird that her fingerprints aren't on it. If she's the one who opened it. I guess, I don't know.
Maybe we could try that.
Might want to drop save. Well,
I like to live dangerously.
1 way, P-Man, drop save, drop a save.
Coward.
Yeah, that's how you play these games.
Not me, buddy. I live on the edge.
So you can redo the same shit for 20 minutes. Oh, thank God.
There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
Huh? What is it, Miss Andrews?
What is it, Miss Andrews? I just can't get your judge voice down. You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Then why'd you leave fingerprints on the glass? Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. White, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
Okay, I swear something keeps tickling my leg. I think I have a string. Yeah, I have a string hanging off my pants.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I'll deal with it later.
Anyway, she's straight up, maybe lying.
You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Son.
Yeah, your fingerprints.
I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass. You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Huh. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
God damn, made her glasses big, and she had a spare.
I guess that happens a lot.
Order, order, order!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
I always do.
What do you mean? I believe the guitar case plays a very important role here. But it's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. And with the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
Yeah, we got to Amiya's like 3 steps ago. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness were not very close, despite the fact that on the case. Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... Shut the fuck up.
No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
If you're so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing?
You mean a black guitar?
So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, Wright?
Sorry, I skipped the judge's line. I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. See, I have my smug face on.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet.
I said I intend to prove, not that I had proven.
Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder?
Now do I present the thing about the suicide note, you think?
I would assume. The other one.
Well, yeah, I know. I was just reading what we had, just to make sure.
Oh, thank God. And why would something like that, be inside a guitar case, let alone this one?
Why, Mr. Wright, why?
Well,
no.
great.
Oh, no. We're dead. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is, no. God.
I have to present a person?
Oh, fuck.
I don't... this case is over.
I don't think a person was in there!
I know a person wasn't in there, but maybe I presented the suicide victim, whose note we're assuming was in there. Can I just press a button and load?
I mean, you can just, like, close the whole game.
I don't want to see the bad ending.
There's a much of a bad ending.
Oh, man. I want to see Maya get killed.
What?
Well, it should be in there. There should be some stakes.
I mean, that's presumably what happens, but... You gotta go to this.
I know. I wish I dropped save before I lost those other 2 hit points.
Yeah, no. Pull the guitar case out of.
You want to make yourself a note to cut this part out?
Yeah, I might. Depends on my mood when I'm editing this.
Finish. Just throws the guitar case at her and knocks her over. Mr. Wright, please stop throwing things at the defendants. Or the witnesses. Or whomever. Gloves? I was wearing gloves at the time.
Because I was wearing gloves. No, you
Who
weren't!
are you, OJ? Oh, where am I?
Tomato wine.
Yeah, okay.
Tomato wine.
That sounds horrible. Bye-bye, glasses. Hello, glasses.
Always keep a spell. Order. Bright guitar. I admit it would be unnatural. Your Honor. Still. No, Your Honor. Fell onto the, which means... However, it is wide open and I am sure this... If you're so sure, then I'm sure. Please enlighten us. Can you do that? Well, let's suppose that the bright red guitar...
Wait for it, now you can do this line.
You don't mean to suggest that White black at all was...
Oh, the objection came out without me pressing anything, so it wasn't my fault.
So you intend to push your theory that the case is not empty, is that it, right?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove, Edgeworth.
Deflate that head of yours, you haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside the case at the time of the murder? Okay, we should have dropped a save, god damn it.
Well, we were too busy doing stupid voices.
So things that definitely
was
won't.
the article in there, maybe?
No.
Then what the hell else?
Okay, let's think about this. Let's think long and hard.
The button? No? These are just
what
pictures.
The fuck could have been in that?
That's the only reason I suggested maybe...
The costume?
I mean, I thought about presenting her. Obviously, she wasn't in there, but maybe the suicide note that we were thinking.
The nickel samurai costume? Maybe? I'd say present the actual nickel samurai poster, not last for. I could present that, maybe. Because she definitely wasn't wearing gloves at one point, but then you see her leaving with the costume, though.
Well, but... yeah.
I know, and... she wasn't seen entering.
But if she stabbed him, did she go get the knife and then come back?
I don't know.
And why would he have the costume?
I don't know, maybe he was gonna do something devious with it.
Oh, so he was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai and confess to something?
Probably.
I feel like... do what?
I don't know which one to present, don't ask me. Maybe both could work. Who knows? Oh, thank God. This is a photograph!
Yes, look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... inside the guitar case with the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What?
You heard me.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself! Wright, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Ms. Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? Order, order! Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix. Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
Best lawyer strat. So the real murderer is hiding inside a costume.
Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Mattangard's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places?
Getting all flustered there, Edgeworth?
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It may well have been a spare, but it was clearly stolen, right? Or was he like, yeah, it was stolen, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
It had to be a spare if Matt was wearing his, but still, it had to be stolen. I think it may have been stolen from Mr. On Guard.
Stolen? Why would someone do such a thing?
Maybe the thief wanted to interfere with the post-ceremony stage show. And so, if he didn't have his costume, then Mr. On Guard would be forced to go naked.
Wait, no. That's
Shit.
not...
Maybe you should be stripped naked and what up? We're making a mockery of this court.
Yeah, that's what you want. You would want Phoenix stripped naked.
Excuse me?
Mr. Mattangard did not take his costume off after the awards ceremony. He even testified that he took a nap while still wearing his costume. Is this not correct? Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
He did say something like that, didn't he?
Oh no, wait, no, Judge, don't. It was a spare! It was a spare, not a strike! Now we have a strike and we're dead!
Look, man. It still made sense to say it was stolen. At some point he stole it. It's not like he was his understudy or anything. Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.